Will rate hikes drive up rent? Let's have a look. Hello everyone, Florian Heiser here and welcome to another episode of Heiser Says. Grab your stein of coffee, let's look at this article written by Poppy Johnston from Yahoo Finance, asking if the RBA rate rise will, hike up rents. Rents are already going up at the moment. We already have rental shortages in many parts of Australia. Let's just bring up here, I'm going to go asking prices, Sydney rents, and we'll just refresh this chart from SQM, and you can see they've picked up, they certainly have. Now let's check out Melbourne, and once again I'll refresh that. See that dip down the bottom there, where in units you saw they went down, particularly with international students leaving and people moving back home during the pandemic. Now everything's climbing back up to normal, and good old Brizzy. Come on, reload. Reload. Okay, it's not reloading. But Brizzy, you'll see as well, is going high. What about Hobart? Nope, it's not working. But as you can see, rents are going up everywhere. So let's have a look at this. The RBA has lifted the cash rate for the first time in 12 years. Always reading 11 years at other places, but at the very least, a decade. I don't think I can remember the last time the rates went up. I don't think I was paying attention to things. Oh, wait up. When was that? Probably just getting married and starting my business around that time. Upping the official cash rate from Upping the official cash rate from 0.1 by 25 basis points to 35, 0.3. Okay. Renters may also be wondering if they have anything to fear from rising interest rates. If your landlord's mortgage repayments rise, isn't a rent increase logical? Not necessarily. It depends on your landlord, if they can afford it or not. Because I guarantee you, if some people, need the money, they'll push it up. But others will take the negative gearing benefits. So independent economist Saul S. Lake said rents were determined by supply and demand, not by how much landlords needed to cover their costs and make a profit. If tenants face a steep increase in rent, they simply move, provided there are other rentals available at a cheap rate, and they're not at the moment. I bet you there'll be some people in some areas that will use this as an excuse to increase their rent. That's why vacancy rates are the primary indicator of rental market competitiveness. A vacancy rate of over 3% typically suggests tenants have the upper hand in the market. Once vacancy rates start dropping below 2 to 2.5%, competition between tenants starts heating up and landlords are in a better position to increase rents. Landlords haven't passed on to tenants in the form of lower rents and reductions in interest rates over the past 2 years since the onset of COVID-19, or indeed over the past 30 years since interest rates peaked at 17.5%, Estate said. Nor should it be expected that they would be able in general to recoup increases in interest rates in the form of higher rents. It depends on supply and demand. In rental markets where vacancy rates were very low, such as Tasmania, Estlake said, landlords may try to rise rents and blame it on higher interest rates, although in reality they'll be rising rents just because they can. Yeah, he's right, that's what will happen. But in markets where vacancy rates are relatively high, such as Melbourne, they probably won't. Metropole founder and chief executive officer Michael Yardney also said interest rates didn't directly affect rental values. However, he said some indirect consequences would push rental rates up even higher. He said Australia was facing a rental crisis, with national vacancy rates down to the lowest on record. Most locations are seeing vacancy rates below 2%. And with international borders reopening, Yardney expects to see more pressure on an already tight rental market. The influx of migrants could push rents even higher, particularly in Sydney and Melbourne, where tourists tend to congregate. Currently, if affordability becomes constrained, particularly in Sydney and Melbourne, where house prices have risen considerably, then potential home buyers will have difficulty getting loans, particularly in a high interest rate environment, and this will add extra pressure on our rental market, he said. So let's have a talk about this one. I think the one takeaway from this is there's no good news for the rental market. If you're in it's driven by supply and demand, some will use this as an excuse to increase rents, and with less people able to purchase properties, there's going to be more competition for the existing rentals. There you go, guys. No wonder people want to get into houses. What's your take on it? And is your rent going up? Let us know in the comments down below. Thank you for watching. Like, share, subscribe to the channel. Let me know your opinions. If you're a fan, want to help out, you can join us on YouTube or Patreon. Use our referral links from Amazon, eBay, Independent Reserve, or Aussie Broadband. Or call us if you need architectural services. Take care, guys. Have a great day. And it's just another thing to worry about and to keep our eyes on. The bloody rents just keep going up higher and higher. Every single quarter. I'll see you next time, guys.